Hey, Bernardo, Wealth Extended Family. Tax preparation versus tax planning, right? Michele has joined our team here. Michele, tell us a little bit about kind of, in your mind, the difference between what it takes to get taxes done versus actually doing some planning.
Tax prep is much more like a history lesson where we take the data that has been done and prepared, and you're receiving your 1099s and getting all your schedules together, and we prepare the tax return. At that point, it's too late to make any changes. What's done is done,
Yep.
and that's that. But for tax planning, we can take a look at what was done last year and really take into account what we think is going to happen during the year, and also factor in some variables like, can Roth conversions make sense? Do we want to take some capital gains? Look at capital losses that may have happened, and account for that and plan for that, and come up with the tax plan that we're looking to accomplish based on each person's needs.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense to think about it like I say this to clients a lot, where it's like looking in the rearview mirror
Right,
is
exactly.
tax prep, right? We've already know where we've come from, and we're not really turning around and going backwards.
Right,
And tax prep, or excuse me, tax planning is much more kind of looking out the windshield and saying, well, what's coming, what's on the horizon, what are the directions we're taking. One of the big ones, obviously we talk about with clients all the time, is the Secure Act and inherited IRAs are now becoming issues where we have to shut them down in 10 years, right? That
Right.
could be foreseeably a huge tax liability. Well, that's not in the rearview mirror,
right,
right? That's out the
Right.
windshield, and pretty far out the windshield. So what do we do kind of year in and year out to, like you said, match some things up and try to do some Roth conversion to chip that problem away that's, kind of way out into the future.
right, exactly. With the inherited IRAs, and for some people it might make sense. Take it all in that 10th year because they've retired the year before. But for some people it might make sense to do it evenly with what's left. And I just had an example of a tax return I looked at that had very low income and would have been a great year to have done Roth conversions.
Yeah.
But by the time I saw the tax return, it was too late. But going forward, it gives us some ideas that we can be proactive and do things like that.
Cool. Well, good. Well, so for all of our clients out there, and for those who maybe aren't clients and just looking for tax help, Michele would be our go-to now. She is looking kind of actively at 2 years past tax returns and doing exactly what you just said. What are the opportunities that are out there? What are the tax planning items we can be discussing and talking about? So feel free to reach out to Michele or to your advisor, and let's see if we can get looking through that windshield out into the future with some tax planning. So thanks for your time today. We'll talk to you soon.